Good evening, welcome to Meditate with Marie. I'm here to introduce a brand new social media video series, and hopefully I am live on both Instagram and Facebook. So I'm just going to give it a minute to see if anybody is going to join us live. I can already see that Sarah is on Facebook. Hi, thanks for your little wave. How are you, Sarah? Let me know how you are. I hope you're having a good weekend. We've also got Shelley coming in on Instagram. Hi Shelley, I am very glad that you're here too. Ooh, two very lovely, beautiful, positive influences in my life, for sure. So you don't have to join me live for this series. You don't have to be here on the dot for every video, but you are very, very welcome to. If you do, feel free to leave a little comment, a little emoji, a little hi, like Sarah and Shelley are currently doing on Instagram. But feel free to comment later on. You can watch back at any time throughout the rest of the week. I am going to be here live for the next 6 nights, well, including this one, so the next 5. Sometimes I'm going to be on Facebook and sometimes I'm going to be on Instagram. If I'm here by myself, I will be able to go live on both because I've got 2 devices, 2 screens. That's entirely possible. What's going to be my challenge is when I connect live, because we're going to have some live interaction with friends and guests coming in this series, it's not going to be possible to do that on 2 devices at the same time. So for some guests, we will be live together on Facebook, and for others, we will be live together on Instagram. But don't panic if you don't have both of those platforms. With a little bit of luck, we'll be able to upload all of the videos from either onto the YouTube channel, which is where you can find all of my most prominent videos from the last almost 4 years of things that we've been doing on this channel. So if you don't know what positive influences is, let me introduce it to you. So it is a practice that comes from the Positivity Project. The Positivity Project started as a social media series that we did first in November 2020, and we did again in the summer of July, August 2022. So that is essentially 14 ways in which we can all, myself included, uplift our mindset and improve and enhance our well-being. So positive influences is just one of them. We've got Paula coming in on Facebook. Hi, thank you very much for being here. And positive influences doesn't just mean people, it can mean several things. And back in the original videos, we covered how that includes people, places, situations, and things, especially activities that you can do. I'm going to invite you in a little while to do an activity with me. Let me just check my notes because I've got several things to say on this. So yes, back in the original projects, I explained that, just one thing for example, I don't really watch a lot of television. I prefer to listen to music. But since then, the type of music I'm listening to has kind of changed. I always used to listen to jazz music and that type of thing in the house, but even lately it doesn't resonate with me that much anymore. I'm quite often just listening to nice relaxing music, spa music, solfeggio frequencies, healing music. Those sorts of things just make me feel more uplifted and less stressed, especially in my body. But that's just one example, you know. I do watch television. I was up late last night watching Netflix actually, but I'm not really a fan of dramas, horrors, thrillers, those sorts of things. There's nothing wrong with those things, but I find they make my body really tense. I literally grip my body, grip my jaw, and I hold my breath, and they make my heart race. So that's not really a positive impact on our physiology. It's, you know, my body telling me that it's stressed, essentially. It's producing stress hormones within the body. So while we might be sitting there thinking, oh, I'm just enjoying watching telly, the body doesn't know the difference between reality and non-reality, so it gets stressed. Whereas when I'm watching things or listening to things that are calming, soothing, gentle, my nervous system responds accordingly. Now, this is just something that I'm really aware of because over the years of my practices, I've cultivated a really high level of self-awareness. So as we move through this series, you will find that it might positively influence you in the way that it increases your own self-awareness. It's certainly a practice that can help you to increase relationships, both with yourself and other people, which is really, really nice. Let me have a little look. What else has changed since those days? Yes, that's right. Less television and less music. I, more often than not, would rather watch a podcast these days. I love watching and listening to conversations on YouTube. And they're generally inspiring ones. Spirituality meets science and a little bit of everything in between. I listen to an audio every week from the Gene Keys. The Gene Keys it's like a collection, how would I describe it? A collection of teachings. So I like to listen to that. Every 6 days I get an email, there's a new Gene Key audio to listen to, and I just find it really inspiring. It really uplifts me. It kind of connects me to my human experience more, and it keeps reawakening my spirituality as well. I absolutely love that. Okay, but they're just examples. They're just examples of things that have changed with me personally since the original positivity projects. I'm going to invite you to start to focus on yours. I'm going to invite you to look around you and notice where you are when you feel good and where you are when you feel stressed. That's one thing you can do. People you're with, this is a really biggie. Whether you're aware of it or not, other people's energy has an impact on you. It's like a knock-on effect, like a domino. So sometimes you can be around people who drain you. You can feel empty, exhausted, or even frustrated after you've been around them. And then there's other people who you find uplifting and you feel lighter and more at ease and even more joyful when you've been around them. Now, that's not just in person. That can be on telly, podcasts. It can be on your social media feed. So if you find yourself scrolling through social media and you don't like what you're looking at, I would just recommend you unfollow some accounts and start following others that you really like, that uplift you, that have a positive impact on your health and well-being. I love to follow Soltara from Golden Age Alchemy. She has some brilliant energy updates and just really good crack too. And Kirsty Gallagher as well, if you're following the moon phases but you want to go more in depth with like the star signs and what the planets are doing, she's constantly keeping us updated on that kind of thing. So she's like positively inspirational in that sense, and it just keeps you in check, that little bit of accountability with following that on a regular basis rather than just a one-off. You can see behind me my vision board. That has definitely changed since the original positivity projects. It's still a work in progress actually. I added a couple of things to it last night, particularly things that I want to bring to this channel, things that I want to do on the Insight Timer app. I do have a few meditations on there now, but I want to do some more. I want to study more. I want to have a nice balance between just enjoying life but also studying things and offering more in this platform as well. So there we go, things on it. And just enjoying my dog as well. She's 12, she's getting on a bit. I just want to enjoy her, so she is of course on the vision board. Okay, let me have a look. How can I help you on this one? Right, so the main thing to remember is you don't have to feel positive or uplifted 100% of the time, okay? That is a totally unrealistic expectation. Positivity practices are about bringing things into balance or back into balance when you feel like you've swayed a little bit too far in the opposite direction. So if you feel like you need to uplift your mood, boost your energy, or just bring a little bit more positive energy into your life, this is what these positivity practices are designed to do. Throughout the rest of the week, I'm going to be having conversations with people about slightly different topics. So we're going to bring in different levels or just different things for you to think about and to be aware of too. That's going to be really good fun. I'm looking forward to that one. Yes, so I've covered pretty much everything I wanted to say as an introduction to the series. We are going to do a little practice in a moment together, and it'll involve sitting quietly and closing your eyes. So if you need to create a space where you can do that, just do that now while I'm talking. I'll only take a minute. And I just want to add one more thing before we settle down into a practice, and that is, and I recently learned this in a meditation on Insight Timer with Justin Michael Williams. He does a lovely one that you can do first thing in the morning, and within that meditation he teaches us that first thing in the morning, our brain waves when we first wake up, they're in a similar state to hypnosis. So they're very, very receptive and can be easily influenced by external factors. And science does actually show and prove that what you see, do, hear and feel like when you first wake up in the morning, I think maybe the first 30 minutes is that kind of valuable time, that has an impact on the rest of your day, even hours and hours later. So for that reason, I would choose not to wake up and put the news on. I would choose to wake up and listen to either nice music or get up and do some yoga. Me personally, I like to meditate with a guided meditation first thing on the morning. I feel like that really sets me up for the day. And then getting up and doing some yoga helps to neutralize any anxiety or stresses that I might be feeling. That there is a positive influence on me because it has a positive impact on my nervous system, on my health and on my mood for the rest of the day. So bear that in mind. If you only do one thing throughout the rest of this video series, I would encourage you to take a look at the first 30 minutes of your day and see if you can make one or maybe one or two changes to make it more positive to set you up for the rest of the day. Okay, intro done. Let's do our first practice of the series. I am going to invite you to close your eyes. You don't have to sit in a particular way, but it is nice to sit upright just so the energy within you can travel up and down the spine more easily. Just starting to focus on your breath, relaxing anywhere within the body that feels tight or tense. So in particular, just soften your face, your jaw and your shoulders. Take a second to notice how you feel. You don't need to change anything. You don't need to control anything. We're just noticing, how do you feel right now before we begin this exercise? And then let that thought go. Lovely. Okay. So I'm going to invite you to bring into your mind the image of a person or a situation that makes you angry. So it could be somewhere, something, someone that grinds your gears, pees you off, and annoys the heck out of you. So just picture that clearly in your mind. It might be the last time you felt anger. You might take yourself briefly back there. Notice why. What is it about that situation or person? What triggered you? How does it make you feel within your physical body? Just notice. Have you tensed anywhere? Have you clenched anything? Have you frowned? Has it irritated you thinking about that situation or person? If it has, no probs. Just see if you can recall the feeling from the moment when you were last angry or when you think of someone or something that pees you off. Okay, now just let that thought go. Just let it go, let it go, let it go. Take a deep breath in. Gently exhale out through the mouth. It's like a cleansing breath. We're just going to let that energy go, let any anger go. Do that 2 more times. Just breathe in deep. Send the breath down into your belly and your ribs. Take in more. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Let something go. Soften your body as well. Anywhere that you've tightened or tensed, just begin to soften and relax it. And do that 1 more time. 3rd time, just soften the physiology of your body and come back to the present. Okay, now we're going to bring into your forefront of your mind, as clearly as you possibly can, someone or something that makes you laugh, smile, or brings you joy. Okay, so just picture that in your mind. Perhaps the last time you had a really good belly laugh, a little giggle at yourself or a friend. Where were you at that time? What were your surroundings like? What were you laughing about? How did that feel within your body? Just breathe it in, bring it home, bring it into your body and recall that memory. And now notice what's going on within your physical body. Are you smiling right now? Are you feeling something else within your physiology? Just notice. Just notice the difference. Notice how you felt when you were angry, and notice how you feel when you're laughing, joyful, or just smiling. And then let that thought go. Again, soften the body, gently relax. Notice how you feel now. And then take an inhale. Exhale, blink the eyes open. Come back to your present surroundings, the present moment. And just notice how that practice, how that exercise went for you. Feel free to drop some comments in if you're joining me live or even later on. But what I really want to emphasize is how you feel physically when you are influenced by something negative, particularly anger, and how you feel physically when you're influenced by something that is funny, something uplifting, something joyful. I know for me, when I think of something that makes me angry, I really do tense up. I frown my face. My thoughts went to the last time I was walking in the woods with my dog. I don't get angry very easily, but this time of year when there's flies everywhere and they're like buzzing on my head and they won't leave me alone, and I end up getting really angry and really frustrated and swinging the dog lead around and like swearing at them, and I hate it. And I do laugh at myself for it, but I hate it. I hate how it feels, and I just, and I was annoyed with myself the last time because I didn't take any incense with me. FYI, flying insects, they hate incense. So if you want to walk in the woods where there's bugs flying around, take some incense with you. The smell of the smoke will clear them away from you. You'll save yourself a bit of stress as well. And then how does that feel compared to when you laugh, when you smile, when you belly laugh? I just thought of people that make me giggle, just moments of joy, so much nicer. And literally, when I think of people that make me laugh or smile, my face lights up. I can't not smile. It's just like an automatic response. So I wanted to bring that awareness to you. You can try it with other emotions as well. It doesn't have to be anger and laughter. It could be gratitude. It could be love. Anything. Just try it and notice how you feel. So as you move through the rest of your week, I invite you just to bear in mind how other people influence you, how situations influence you, and then make that decision to perhaps limit or bring yourself back from situations or things that stress you, and perhaps bring in a little bit more of the things and the thoughts that uplift you. So hopefully they're energizing, they're mood boosting, positively inspiring, but definitely stress reducing. So even just doing that exercise is going to make you more self-aware, and it's going to encourage you to spend time with people who uplift you. If you found that interesting, feel free to like it, share it, or invite some friends in. Feel free to try that exercise again anytime you want. And if you would like to join me in sharing some other conversations, I'm going to be live tomorrow, same time, 9 o'clock, with a friend on Facebook. So if you would like to join me live, I will see you there and then. Let me just check in with Facebook and see what Paula is saying. Oh, so she likes to start her day with cacao, barefoot, silent meditation. Yeah, that is a great way to start the day. And I know you spend a lot of time outside as well, because you are a fellow Border Terrier owner. Beautiful little breed of dog, if you ask me. Mine's currently laying on the floor on a blanket. Great way to start the day. I love my morning walk as well, you know. Once I'm dressed and I'm up and I'm out, I love my morning walk. It does set me up really nice. Okay, I'm going to love and leave you there. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll catch you again tomorrow, if not very, very soon. Thank you for your time. Bye for now.